So the commercial fishing update has recently come out, and it's inspired me to make a video about pulleys and how they can modify the lifting capacity of winches. And the reason it's relevant is because we're going to have big nets of fish now that we're going to have to move around, and what I think is the most fun, maybe even the best way to do it, is by using pulleys and winches. So on the left and right side, I have a medium whip, I can't speak, a medium winch that connects into a little device I made to measure the force of tension in the rope. They both go into these little displays, one for each of them to visualize the force. But anyways, the winch on the right side just goes into a single pulley, whereas the winch on the left side goes into something called a block and tackle. Now, if we just pull it up and take a look at the differences. Alright, what we can see is that on the right side, the force is, 35 to 40-ish, whatever unit that is, whereas on the left side, it's only 7. And on the right side, yeah, it's a lot higher off the ground, but on the left side, it's really short. So you can either go for a really high tension rope, but have it faster off the ground, or you could go for a low tension rope, but have to move things a lot slower. What if we were to increase the mass? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste, I'm just going to copy and paste this mass a couple of times, and I'm going to triple it. So let's go here, copy, and then paste, and then just go over to the other side and paste. Let's see if we can still lift it off the ground, even though it's significantly heavier. Oh, it looks like there's a limitation with the rope stretching or something, because it doesn't appear to be able to get off the ground. We can try it again, but have a different rope system. Let's see if that changes anything. Right, I changed it a little bit. I added more support. Let's see if we can get off the ground this time. Alright, and look, it's off the ground. But you want to know the funny thing? It still has only 20 units of force. Whereas this little thing, because it's not even at max right now, but the force is still, 140. So the block and tackle will allow you to pick up really, really heavy things at the cost of it just being slow. You need more space for it, right? So now I'm going to show you how to actually make the block and tackle system. So this is the gist of it, I guess you could say. So what we have first is the winch going into the first pulley. The pulley goes down into this pulley. Right now, nothing's happening. But what we have is these pulleys down here are separate from the ones up here. So it goes down into the next section, and then it goes back up to the part that's attached to the boat, and then back down into this detached section, and then back up, down, up. But then this last one connects back to the boat. So what you can imagine is if you were to have a string going through there and you pull it, it's gonna close them like jaws, right? And so as that happens, it's gonna pull this entire section upwards. Now, if you want to make it look like this, all you have to do, I have the rope, it goes here, it goes down, but then it has to go over because we have to go to the next pulley over. So then it goes over, and then it goes straight down, and then it goes over, and then straight down, and then over, attaching back to the boat. And that's how you make this really powerful system. And the cool thing is that if you were to have more and more winches, it would require less and less force. But, I mean, it really depends on space and what you're looking for, right? So that's how you make that. So the net is a little weird, but it's manageable. So you can see I have these net anchors that are in the corners forming a rectangle slash square. And you can see they're all on the same plane this way. So they're all lined up like this, but they have to form a square. And then what I do is I took my logic node, went to a rope, and connected them with a box, like that. And then that makes the net. Now, they have 3 nodes on them. They have the retract, extend, and release catch. I'll demonstrate this one eventually, but actually I'm gonna demonstrate all of these, but first I'll explain them. So retract is whenever they'll all pull towards each other, sort of like they're just closing the net, right? And then you have extend, which is just the opposite. It's just letting out more netting. And then you have release catch, which is just like the fish, whenever you catch them, they stick to the net. So release catch is just, it drops all the fish. So we can go ahead and demonstrate that really quickly. Right here you can see our net that is attached to the 4 different corners. Let me go ahead and raise this up a little bit. Alright, let's demonstrate some of the buttons. So if we start with, okay, let's start with retracting the net. You can see it, all 4 corners pull towards each other. It's literally just retracting the net. Extending the net is doing the exact opposite. It's just releasing a bunch of net and just makes it a whole lot bigger. You can see it start sinking into the ground. I spelled retract wrong, I think. It doesn't look right. And release catch. I need to catch a fish. That's why I have a little pool. So give me give me a second. I have a salmon. Alright. If I go ahead and throw my salmon in there, you can see it's stuck in the net. And then I can go ahead, raise my net a little bit. Oops. You can see the fish is stuck. Now if I want to release the net, or release the fish, I'm just gonna keep an eye on the fish if we can. I release catch and it throws the fish on the floor. Anyways, let's try to save our little fish here. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm holding him. Uh-oh. Still good? Yeah, and then we're gonna release him back into the ocean. Hurry. Eesh. Go free. I think it's gone now. One more thing that I do need to look at myself anyways. It's the fish vendor. I believe there's only one, at least that I can find. There might be one in the Arctic. But it's at the fishing village on Sawyer Islands. Okay, let's just purchase data. Well, now we know a bunch of fishing hotspots. If we take a look at the map, we can see... Oh, they're like scattered. They're far out. How far is that one? 80 kilometers. That's disgusting. Anyways, thanks for watching. As for updates, I'll be building the trawler along with starting the space build series as well. So stay tuned for that. I don't know how to say that in non-cringy